So the first time I heard the concept that Jesus never existed, I was a Christian, man. And I was like, man, what you talking about? You atheists are talking some bullshit now. Obviously, Jesus existed. Come on, everybody fucking knows that Jesus existed. He's one of the great historic figures, man. We know he was real. Now, maybe you could possibly say that he was just a man and he wasn't the savior they claimed him to be. But you definitely can't say that he didn't exist. That's ridiculous. So I wanted to shut these motherfucking atheists up. So I decided to go research it for myself to find the evidence that Jesus existed so I could shove it down those motherfucking atheists' faces. So I went out and researched it for myself, and I hope you do the same thing, because if you do, you'll find out what I found out. There is absolutely no historical fucking evidence that Jesus existed, period. Not a single person wrote a single word about him during the time he supposedly lived. Not a single painting, not a single artifact. He didn't write anything himself down. In fact, there were scholars in the area that he supposedly was during that time who kept track of all the cults in the area, and not a single one of them mentioned him, period. In fact, there's no Roman records at all that Pontius Pilate put him to death. None of that shit. Period. It doesn't exist. And when I found that out, man, I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? You telling me Jesus didn't write a single word down himself? I mean, he took all the trouble from coming to heaven all the way down to motherfucking earth. You think he could have jotted some shit down for us? But not only that, nobody else wrote shit down either. He couldn't find one literate motherfucker to write his words down as he was saying them. That don't even make no kind of fucking sense. And if you go research it yourself, you'll find out that no one wrote a single word about Jesus down for decades and decades and decades after he supposedly died. And the very first piece of historical evidence that Christians give to try to prove Jesus actually lived is a writing from a guy named Josephus. You hear them throw that bullshit out all the time, Josephus. Well, here's the thing. Josephus wasn't even alive when Jesus was supposedly crucified. He wasn't even born yet. So there's no possible way that he could have laid eyes on Jesus at all. So this is not historical evidence, period. At best, you would consider that hearsay. But here's the thing. We now know that this very best piece of evidence that Christians give that Jesus was a real man is a total forgery. It was forged in the 4th century by a guy named Eusebius, which was an early church father. The very best piece of evidence the Christians give that Jesus was a real man is a fucking forgery. Go look. I swear it's true, man. Eusebius in the 4th century forged Josephus' writings to make it look like Jesus was an actual man. This is what the church does time and time again. They have absolutely no evidence to back up any of the bullshit they try to brainwash you with, so they forge evidence. You'll find this over and over and over again. This is what they do. So then when you go research it and find out that Josephus was a forgery, ask yourself what else they got to prove this shit. Well, the second thing they give is a document by a guy named Tacitus from the 2nd century. Yeah, we're in the 2nd century now. That's how little evidence they got. No evidence whatsoever from the 1st century. So let's go to the 2nd century. And obviously, since we're in the 2nd century, Tacitus was not born when Jesus was, could have never laid eyes on him, and never even said he laid eyes on him. The only thing Tacitus says is, there's a cult who call themselves Christians that exist in this time period. That's all he fucking says. And nobody doubts at that time there's a cult of Christians. Just like there were all kinds of crazy-ass cults back in the day. Just because there are cults in the day doesn't mean the figures that the cults are worshiping were actually real. And obviously, there were cults back in the day that believed in Thor and Ra and Zeus and all kinds of other horse shit. Just because they believe in that bullshit does not mean those mythical characters actually existed. Obviously fucking not. So that's it, dude. That's pretty much the entirety of the historical evidence to try to prove Jesus actually existed. It's insulting. It's insulting to anybody who is rational, reasonable, and intellectually honest with themselves. It's fucking insulting. All we have about Jesus, period, are these fictional stories in the Bible written by anonymous authors. We have no clue who wrote the Bible. No clue at all. Go look it up for yourself. Even historians admit. They have no fucking clue who wrote this shit. They don't even have the originals. They don't even have copies of the originals. They don't even have copies of copies of copies of the original. As far as Jesus is concerned, they have no historical evidence whatsoever. So instead of giving you historical evidence that proves it, they try to tell you bullshit stories to try to make you feel like it must be true. Like the one that says, hey, there was all these disciples that followed Jesus around and they all gave up their life. They were all martyred for Jesus. Obviously, they wouldn't give up their lives for something they knew was a lie, would they? That means Jesus must have existed. Well, this is really fucking stupid on multiple levels. Number one, we know for a fact that people give their lives up for all kinds of stupid bullshit all the time, regardless if it's real or not. Muslims blow themselves up all the fucking time because they believe Allah has reached down from heaven and give them divine inspiration to do so. Does that make it fucking true because they kill themselves over it? Of course fucking not. The fucking Heaven's Gate cult, man, they cut their fucking dicks off and committed suicide because they thought there was a spaceship waiting on the other side of Hale-Bopp Comet. Does that make it true because they're willing to kill themselves and cut their motherfucking dicks off? Of course it doesn't. But here's the second reason it's fucking stupid. There's absolutely no historical evidence, period, that any of these disciples existed. Just like there's no historical evidence that Jesus existed, there's no evidence whatsoever outside these made-up fairy tale stories in the Bible that these guys existed, period. And here's the even crazier part. It doesn't even say in the Bible that they were going to be put to death. They were given the choice not to be put to death, that they renounced their faith in Jesus Christ, and they chose to do so. It doesn't even say that in the Bible, much less anywhere else in history, much less it didn't fucking happen ever. This argument is so childish, it makes me want to asphyxiate a goddamn Smurf. So when I went out and researched this stuff for myself and found out there's no historical evidence that Jesus existed, period, I gotta admit, man, I was kind of fucking irritated. Because if they can't even prove this guy existed, period, obviously all the bullshit, horseshit fairy tales they told about him aren't true. They're not even almost close to proving the very basic start of what they had to fucking prove to prove any of this shit is true. I mean, come on, before you join a cult and teach this horseshit to your children, at least do the most basic amount of research about it. That's the very least you can do. If not, if you're not even willing to do that, if you're not even willing to do the most basic amount of research to your cult before you join it, don't you have to admit to yourself you're a fucking idiot? Don't you have to admit to yourself that you're not an intellectual? Don't you have to admit to yourself that you are fucking dumb? Because you are fucking dumb. If you take this shit to your children, if you spread this shit, if you give your hard-earned money to this shit without even doing the most basic amount of fucking research, you're a moron. You don't have to be a gullible fool that believes ancient fairy tales written by primitive screwheads. They didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. You don't have to be a slave to faith anymore. Faith is not your friend. There's a reason they call it faith. Because it's not logic. Logic.